All right. So next up, we're going to do exercise 10-27. This is a cash disbursements budget. So it's going to be pretty similar to what we did before, except this time, the second part of the exercise, it's going to make the assumption that we actually get a cash discount if we pay it early. So the problem reads that bond company budgets the following purchases of direct materials for the first quarter of the year. They're going to purchase 150,000 in January, 120 in February, and 90,000 in March. All of the purchases of direct materials are made on credit, so we don't have to mess with that. On average, the company pays 80% of its purchases in the month of sales, and that would be month of purchase, and the remainder in the following month. All right, so required for the months of February and March, what are the budgeted cash payments for purchases of direct materials under the assumption that there is no cash discount for payment? So we'll start with January, February, and March. Well, actually, we just need February and March. And so our January payments, February, again, we'll just set up a grid. And so our January purchases will be 150, and we're going to pay 20% of 150,000 in February. So that would be 30,000. And we won't have any of January's purchases paid in March. Then in February, we're going to purchase 120,000, and we're going to pay 80% of that. And so that will be 96,000 of February's purchases will be in February, and then the remainder, or 24,000, 20% will be in March. And then finally, March, we have 90,000 in purchases, and we're going to pay 80% of that in March. So that would be 72,000 in March. And 20% of that would be 18,000, which will be our accounts payable that we have carrying over in the next period. So we can just add those all up. And we have 126,000 of cash disbursements in February and 96,000 of cash disbursements in March. So that's part one of the problem. Then part two asks us, for the month of February and March, what are the budgeted cash payments for purchases of direct materials under the assumption that purchase terms are 215 net 30. The company's policy is to take advantage of all discounts for early payment. Okay, so now we're going to redo our grid. And so we'll have February and March again. But now we're going to get 2% of our payments. So we're only going to pay 98% of those receipts. So the 30,000 will turn into 29,400, and then the 96,000 will turn into 94,080, and if we add those together, that will be 123,840. With March, it will be the same thing. Be 23,000. Will come out of February's purchases, 23,520, and March That'll be 70,560. Add those together. Um, 94,080. And so that'll be our disbursements with the 2%. And that's because we take, it's fairly easy to do because we take the 2% on everything. It says, why is it good economic policy? Well, so this time our window of financing is only 15 days. So if we take the 365 and we divide that by 15, we see that we have 24.333 periods in a year. So if we take 2% times 24.33 raised to the 24.33 power, we see we get 161.9 or 1.62. So our financing, one, remember, is the principal. So the financing, we're by not taking advantage of that discount, we're paying a 62% annualized interest rate. So that's why it's good policy to always take that discount. All right, so that's problem or exercise 10-27. See you on the next exercise.